it's definitely coming into the drafting phase here, and I mean, both these teams should be pretty experienced. This is the upper bracket. This is probably the most exciting matches that we're gonna see of the day. But I mean, I would say exciting and probably equal. We did see a pretty equal one earlier as well with IMF or MIF. So we'll see. They do. Birthright bans that Wan. Again, I think that's just a respect ban and a normal ban, to be honest. But we seen Wicked just go absolutely insane with it last time.
Oh, absolutely is the right word. He did go Wicked indeed. He did Savage. He earned that Savage title, I believe. Yeah, he was very, very wild. So, Van, absolutely correct answer. You seen that Savage pop up on your screen. I guess that's the topic of the talks right now. And Uranus, of course. What did we expect? I'm asking the question: Lapu Lapu, will he go through?
I highly doubt it with a team like this, but they could also prioritize like other bands instead. You know, again, when you're dealing with two teams that are micro and macro heavy, like, I'm pretty sure they understand the limits and the extent that a Lapu Lapu can put on a game. So, and they know direct counters. So, it probably goes to show that maybe we're going to probably see a YSS ban. We might see a Kimmy. There's quite a few things. I mean, they could just start targeting Wicket pretty hard. We'll just have to see what they kind of bring to the table here.
But can you really ban out Wicked? Like, his champion roster is so big. I saw him, I believe, on like 6 heroes already, and on all of those he was doing super well. I believe he could have been the guy that pulled out Brody in one games. I'm not sure. I don't want to give it to him because I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was him. So yeah, crazy champ pool. I don't think there's a gold lane hero that he didn't play. Maybe Nathan, because he's so far from the meta that maybe he didn't play that guy. But Wicked looks like a guy who has a ton of experience. So I think even Nathan he has played a couple of games on. So yeah, I don't think you should go into that territory. And for your composition,
yeah,
answer into that. Now looking at the draft, what do you think is a correct answer? We saw some Hayabusas being locked into Jisun Shin. What do you think yourself is the answer?
I mean, we'll probably have to see. It's interesting to go with the Phoveus. Farja's a solid pick. I mean, go against a YSS, you just need someone that can lock them down, right? So like CC and control. I think Phoveus in the right hands definitely can be an absolute menace. Right now, I think both teams are kind of just filling each other out. I don't think either of them are a direct counter to YSS. I think we're gonna have to really see what type of jungle they pick. But Birthright does secure 2 heavy picks: the Bedang in the roam position, and then the Zetan, however you say her name.
You mean Zedian? You mean Zedian?
I can't get that IAN. I don't know. Zedian. There we go. Still just a wild mage to see. I mean, she's definitely. She seems high class to me.
Yeah, but right now you have Farsa against Zedian, and we already saw Farsa having the like shorter stick in this duel, and Zedian kind of beating her over with her longer stick herself. So it looks like Myth kind of misread the draft. I don't know, maybe we will see completely different outcome from this matchup than we saw before. But right now, looking at it in this specific moment, it looks like BR have a stronger matchup right now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. The Moskov's quite interesting. Again, in the right hands can be an absolute menace just because they can rotate quick. But we don't know what BR is going to pick. Pankrat. I mean, we did see him pick up the Granger last time, and we seen it banned. So again, I think that was a good read by MIF. Now the next thing would be like an EXP. I mean, right now you probably want to ban a Yuzhong, but they ban a Lapu Lapu instead. Because a direct counter to Farja would definitely be that Yuzhong. Every time she pops Feathered of Airstrike, if that dragon's coming down on you, you do not want to be in the vicinity. So, and to be honest, I think he is a decent play against the Phoveus, but we'll see. We'll see what they opt to go for in BR.
Yeah, you would want to immediately skedaddle out of that and cancel your Feathered Airstrike, and so that's not really your favorite Farsa position to be in. You want to kind of take your time, sip a nice cup of tea and just bombard your enemies, you know, chilling in the backline. But yeah, now that Yuzhong is... no, he isn't really out of the game. I thought he is being banned out, but he isn't. So he's still open for the taking. He's still open for the XP lane. So I'm thinking if Birthright want to go for that, I don't know how well he matches up into Hilda. Oh no, wait, it's Phoebus. So he matches up into Phoebus. How good of a matchup is he into a Phoebus?
Well, Hilda is going to be going against a Badang.
Yeah.
So she's going to be roaming. So, I mean, see what Birthright picks against the Phoveus. Probably sustainable, something that can keep him at bay. That's why they got rid of the Lapu. Interesting. And Esmeralda, huh? Esmeralda by far was one of my favorite heroes, and she has been in the past, but quite interesting to be pulled out here now. Again, can be a menace against Farja, well, maybe, and I guess technically the Moskov and the Phoveus. I could see why she wants to build an Esmeralda.
All right.
Lancelot. Okay.
So Lancelot is not just a pick that you go for comfort, it looks like it's a decent competitive pick because the teams in the top bracket are like, alright, let's bring on the Lance, and they lock him in.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, Esmeralda's a wild card. This is not a wild card. We've seen Lance's absolutely excel. I mean... I think both teams... I think this is just down to execution at this point, Warren.
Well, I mean, you can say that it's a little bit of a cop-out, no? Don't you think, Aiko? Like, you can say this about any draft, nah? Well...
I think this is equal. I think this is fair. Like, I feel like they did really good counters to each person, so... I don't know.
Yeah, but there's one issue that I see, and that is... that if Lancelot finds Jisung Chin alone, he definitely wins that 1v1. And also Hilda has a lot more damage than Bedang. Bedang has much more utility, but Hilda, like just damage-wise, has more damage. So I think even though Zetian should have the priority that we saw before, if Hilda roams correctly, she should be able to not let Zetian use her priority in mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have tons of flickers on the board, full loaders from the side of Birthright. Wicked, a Purify on his side. I'm guessing they're just trying to maybe get out of, I can imagine, the Bedangs.
Oh, Farsa with a roam! Going for Bruno.
Yeah, I mean, early on, trying to... Yeah, I think she's just trying to apply, like... you know, a little damage on them. Anything you can do to the gold lane in the early stage is, especially like Farja, like she's gonna call her booty out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And now we have a first level 4 on Macaron as he's already trying to use it. Ultin under the tower, not quite hitting that.
I mean, Mark being able to hit a little bit of a CC there on Lance kind of interrupted his flow and stopped him and kept him at bay. So we're seeing Pankrat kind of being pressed here. Wicket trying to go in for something, but Mark, again, just a monster there. A little bit of a rotation to the mid lane. Esmeralda under a little bit of pressure, but I don't think they're going to get too much out of this as the turtle is on behind. Mark here still roaming pretty well. Why is he able to hit the ult, able to get a situation here. Mark really low, but they're going strine. Able to get a first kill onto Mark, but do sacrifice Hog there. Who's going to get the turtle? We see quite a bit of confusion here. Retri does come out, secures it on the turtle. Levi. Oh, Esmeralda falls. That is, I mean, to be honest, it seems like, I don't know. Do you think that was an equal trade, or do you think that was, who do you think got on top there?
I mean, if we look at the XP difference, Sensei with getting the skill was able to accelerate himself super fast, super far ahead. Like he is almost like 3/4 of a level in front of his opponent. So that will be super important as he bombards to get that mid lane prior once more and rotates for bot lane, looking for more.
We see a little bit of a bot lane action. That's popping the ultimate, get vision on all of the map. Keeps Pankrat at bay. We do see a little bit of an incursion going in here for the Little Wonder. Mark able to come in and able to secure a kill on Lance. The pressure is now, as we also see a secured kill on the Say. Now we're going to see a little bit of a invade here. Two might fall. Don't hear. BR coming out on top, able to secure that purple buff, which is rough for there. You need that.
Yeah, but riddle me this: like you went into the opposing side, you went into your opponent's jungle and you stole away camps, you killed Lance, but they are still 1,000 ahead in gold. Like, did you really achieve anything there?
That's the difference here in the and First Blood. So again, those little things do come into play. See Esmeralda kind of getting a little bit of pressured here. Same thing with Wicked. Wicked stay a little bit alive. I don't think he's going to be able to contest the turtle here as we Levi fall. I think this might give them the breathe that they needed for the turtle, but we might have to see it. Danny kind of trying to go for the side press here. Oh, look at Bruno in the bottom lane. He's sure to Pog, but not enough just yet. Marco coming to line, able to secure a kill on a Pankrat. This is huge for MIF. BR kind of being pressured at this point. Warren, who do you think's leading here? I mean, they got the gold lead, but I still think that it's not over for BR.
I mean, your question wasn't if it's over. Your question, you are kind of like pivoting, but your first question was, is like, who is winning? And it's absolutely visible who is winning right now. Like the graphs or the stats are giving us the exact information we need as we approach another fight around top side. And Feathered Airstrike bombards BR out of their own jungle. 2,000 gold lead. The question is, who is it on? Like, who has that lead?
Yeah, and again, I mean, I think the biggest difference is towers. So next Lord is going to be a big maker. But look at this fish crack the wall. Quite a bit of pressure down. Two fall on the side of Birthright. One fall. Pog is the only one that falls. Three. It's a 3. Wicked still going hard here as he's a lot of pressure. Feathered Airstrike comes down and is able to secure 4 kills on the side of Birthright, and Lance still able to capitalize on the bottom lane push there. Crazy.
As we go into a break,
games that were going on.
Because this play was just simply too much for our technical department, so we had to go into a break. Well, I'm kidding. There's another issue that's been fixed. But in the meantime, well, there is a thing to be said for the side of BR. They definitely have that late game scaling. But the thing is, you have Moscow, and if Moscow is doing well during the early and mid phases of the game, something's going wrong on your side. Because Moscow should be typically comparable to 1-1 and likes of her. that super late game hyper carry who really needs to come online on those 5 items, even selling those shoes for an extra damage item, and just go ham, go crazy after that. But if Moscow is able to accelerate himself into this phase much earlier on, then you have a big trouble in front of you, and I don't think Bruno can dish out the same damage that Moscow can if they are both full build. And also in those 1v1s, if they somehow find each other in those late game teamfights in 1v1s, Moscow is winning that because he is rocking those armor shoes, which I don't think Bruno is, since it's not typical for his build path, and Moscow will always be winning out those 1v1s.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was kind of the tide turner there for MIF to be able to put a lot of pressure onto BR. And I still need to do that. Take over, Warren.
The orange ball was absolutely super tanky, and it was super hard for the side of Birthright to really do anything with him. He survived for so long even without having vengeance, which is crazy to me, since in the past we saw a lot of Phoebus bring onto the Land of Dawn vengeance as their spell. But nowadays we see Phoebus is usually pivot to Flicker for extra mobility, and I can only imagine how tanky Phoebus would be with a vengeance on his belt.
I definitely feel that. I mean, we'll have to see as the kind of the game lags on, you know, like if that is the case. I mean, it could be anybody's game. The pressure is just, I mean, it's coming from either side, you know. Both was kind of 50-50, but we were seeing a little bit of a gold lead onto MIF here.
But now this gold lead is getting a little bit bigger, and this gold lead also get access to each turtle that will be spawning. You don't really think about letting it evolve into a lord. You're probably right now just thinking about getting it as you finish another tower on top side, or first tower to be specific.
Yeah, I mean, they're not even, this is second turtle here. A little bit of a contestant in mid. Mark really, really low. Flicker comes out. Feathered airstrike coming into the back line of BR. Huge damage coming out. They're able to keep them at bay, but they're able to secure the assault onto the turret. Nobody falls from the side of BR. MIF stool. One more, though. They're eating away at BRD and trying not to give them any breathing room.
Also look at Orange Bobby, like he has 7 takedowns. He was at almost every kill that happened there. Like he is doing the work of a jungler. Macaron can just sit back, relax, put his legs on the couch, and he's chilling. Like he doesn't really have to do a lot because his team is carrying him right now, and he is just able to freely scale up.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, we're looking at we're almost able to secure the bottom turret. I think they're gonna have to definitely do some more split pushing to get this game to split a little bit, as no towers have fallen. A little bit of a play here. Phobius does come in, not able to secure the kill onto the Esmeralda as a flicker did come out, but it was really close. Now this could be a 4v4 coming in. Phobius comes down onto Mark, putting in tons of pressure. Does opt to back off, only applies that pressure. 30 seconds to the next Lord. I don't think they're trying to make any crazy plays, but maybe Pog is left alone, but nothing really falls of it.
Nothing yet. But Levi gets killed once again, and that's Jason. And that's Jason Chin for you. Like, he is super strong. He's super strong coming into that late game. But if you don't let him scale, then he's not really useless. But yeah, almost.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of pressure here. Levi definitely falling. Lancelot is definitely on top at this point. Probably gonna be an easy if I had to Amize. We're looking at a lot of pressure coming here. Esmeralda kind of getting knocked up and a little bit of a controlled Arja trying to put on a little bit of a show, but she is kind of getting dominated. Obvious as well, putting on a lot of pressure. Still nobody falling yet. The micro adjustments from each team has been great here as the Lord's barreling down.
Oh, absolutely, but Pagu now holding this brush. And Lord should be marching onto the map. Wait, no, not. Is it, right? Yeah,
it will be here soon. It will be here soon.
It's in the top side because he always marches onto the weakest lane. I don't know why it chose top side specifically, not very sure about that one. Just could have been the bottom side. I guess it's something to do with the HP of your towers, I guess. I don't know. Could be that you on top side you have more HP on the tower, I don't know. But there's still aura. There's still aura on all 3 towers, on the top, on the middle, on the bottom. So you're still just looking to pop that aura. And for South BR, you should try to contest Lord before he is able to breach that aura of yours.
Yeah, Feathered Airstrike coming down. A little bit of pressure coming. Don't know what's going down, but I'm thinking that Lancelot's coming in. Nobody's falled yet. Lord is barreling down,
Aura is gone.
but again, Aura is definitely gone. Applied a lot of damage to the Lord. Are they going to be able to make a play here? Conceal play made by Pog, but not too much of it. Damage is definitely falling in MIF. They do get stuck behind a little bit of a wall, but Orange able to keep himself alive. All 4 of them there. Levi trying to apply some pressure, but they wait and bait him out. Looks like Mark is able to go behind the lines. Lance applying a lot of pressure here, but again, like I'm saying, the team just has some really good micro plays. Walls does come up, and then Mark are on Walls, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this play just kind of pivots to what I was saying before, that like Macaron is kind of getting carried by this team. Like, not really, a little bit of joking, right? But oh, we approach a fight in mid lane.
Oskov kind of popping off right now. Phobius diving deep into the back line. Danny able to take out Wicked though. Hank Rat able to take out Orange as well. 3 fall on the side of MIF. This is the breathing room BR needed to change the tide a bit here. Now they can use this time to possibly clean up a little bit of towers, but look at the bottom lane. Might get a jump on the Farja. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to.
Ooh, Lancelot with a poke on Pancrat. Half HP gone!
Yeah, a lot of damage there. Again, it's crazy that they're not being able to turn any of these kills into tower takes. Like, so I think it's coming down to that they need to lane a little bit better. Maybe they're, I mean, we did just see them get a few kills, so maybe they'll be able to set up for this next turret pretty well, or this next Lord pretty well. I definitely believe they're going to contest this. They have to. If they don't, this is going to be detrimental onto them, but they are trying to make
Malefic Roar on Levi, so he should be pretty strong right now.
Yep, and they reset the Lord. This is the good old classic wait and bait, I like to say. Again, everybody's kind of pretty high. Lance in the top. They decide not to burn the Lord. They're going to press the middle tower instead. But Dang coming in, though. Able to secure a kill on the Sensei. Huge play here. Orange might fall next. That might be two fall for Birthright in the hands. They're looking good. I think if they can... I think at this point, that was a really great call to push the mid turret.
They are back in the game. Look at that. Birthright with 6,000 gold deficit, but looking to take a Lord for themselves. First Lord for their side.
And this is massive, as this is a turning point. They're able to get a Lord. I don't think Lancelot is going to be able to get in there. Ooh, Wicked does come out. Now the Lord barreling down onto MIF. This could be either side's game.
I mean, right now the momentum has been broken for the side of MIF. Oh, Lancelot getting caught, has to jump out. Survives for now.
Yeah, quite a bit of defense coming down here. So we do see quite a bit of an assault by Birthright. They are sieging this middle tower, but being pressured as well. And Orange able to secure a kill onto Mark. Not having the roam. They might be able to apply some more pressure. We do see YSS ult dropped. They got a lot of vision here, but again, Birthright now, instead of controlling a bit of the map, they're going to give breathing room to MIF here.
But look at the gold. Moscow is only 500 ahead of Pankrat, and that's Pankrat for you, dear viewers. Pankrat, the king of staying even. Like, I don't know if that's his official title, but right now in this game, that's his title for now. Because he is still playing this game, and he is still the carry for his team.
Definitely. I don't think they want to wait for the next Lord, but again, we are seeing Birthright kind of give up control of the map for security reasons, and I think that's going to allow MIF to kind of be in positions to possibly get a pick here. They are just like filling out a wall a bit and kind of out. Oh, Birthright kind of poking the little head out. I don't know if they want to try to do anything.
For something. Looking to play. Still 60 seconds for Lord, so even if both teams do big mistakes, it's still not the end of the board, because they should get respawn. Moscow connected with Arrow.
Nice. Wicked able to secure a kill, but I think he did not bite the dust. Stayed alive, able to get a kill onto Levi. This is huge for MIF. 38 seconds for the next Lord. So maybe the pick was just a little bit too early. Maybe if they're able to get another pick, this would be even bigger. I think that's what they're attempting to try to do. Force them out. Get another pick.
Danny goes down.
Shut down on Danny. This is what they were looking for. One more pick to make this an easy Lord into MIF's hands.
That could be it. That could be the Lord in your hands, but will the Lord be enough to end your opponents? I'm not really sure. Since the gold gap has been closed, it's only 3,000, which at 17-minute mark doesn't really mean that much, since Pankrat is online and Levi will be finishing his last item soon.
Yeah, but I think they might be sending Pankrat home. We'll see. ISS does pop the ability to see the map. Lord is secured. Now we're going to see MIF applying a lot of pressure as we see Orange diving. Treat, they are also low. Birthright applying corrective pressure to keep them at bay. To be honest, I mean, it seems like Birthright has definitely come online. Their damage is something that MIF doesn't want to deal with.
But this looked like it opened an angle for Birthright to just bum rush Lord on bottom side, but they don't look like it. Of course, you still need to keep in mind that the Wicked could immediately hop on you with that arrow connecting, so you don't really want to risk it.
Exactly, and I kind of looking at the siege potential that we're seeing here from MIF. The middle looks like it might fall as they're going to have to defend on the Lord. The lanes are kind of pressured. Feathered airstrike. Holy crap. The damage coming down by MIF. Not able to get a pick just yet, but they definitely are sieging. 2 towers down. Can they get a pick? But the defense looks to be strong here by Birthright. Birthright stole. Applying super corrective pressure here. Wicked in there. The wall comes out. Wicked has to pop wind in order to stay alive there. The siege, I think, was correct, and Levi falls. Once again, this might be the factor that they needed. They're going to press it, and then Pankrat able to secure a kill onto Orange. Looks like Lancelot able to go in, able to secure the kill. Wicked able to go hard. He's looking to end it here, possibly, as the minions are coming down. Lance still really low. Immortality is there. Wicked is focusing on the base and able to secure game 1 for MIF. Play. Overall, to be honest, I liked everything that went down. I think maybe the YSS didn't work out as much as they suspected. But again, I think that happened to kind of be because they first picked it, so a lot of counters could definitely be made against it.
I must double down on what you just said. I absolutely agree that Jason Shin wasn't that well, didn't deliver what you expect from Jason Shin, and that being, of course, him carrying you through the game, being your basically second gold lane carry just through the jungle. He didn't deliver that. Of course, him being picked up as a first pick is him being open towards those counter picks, and that's what ended up happening. So he had it pretty tough, I'm not saying that. Levi had it rough, but maybe try to give Levi some space, try to let him pick up something a little bit later in the... Wait, why am I saying Levi? Like, Levi is not even in the team. Why did I say Levi? Wasn't it Levi? Wasn't it Levi in the game? It
was a Levi, I'm pretty sure.
I'm
there was
100% sure it was Levi that was playing Jason Shin. I'm 100% sure. Wait, do we have some info? Do we have some info from the technical part? Did they swap him out or what happened?
I think they corrected his name, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, if we will see Levi in the game, I'm hoping that he will be having a draft better suited for him. I think he can shine. I think we saw him shine.
Sakura.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, all right. Yeah. I'm always confused because I'm not sure if the players are like, oh, they are, right? Like the jungle is on the same side as the opposing jungler if you go from left to right, right?
Yeah.
That like Mark and Pagu are both roamers. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I got kind of lost in the... I kind of got lost in that, so that's on me. But yeah, so Sakura should be Levi. So I'm hoping for Levi to get a better hero into this draft. And I am expecting that... or I'm thinking that they should give him some space. They should let him pick later into the draft. And I would recommend giving him something to work with at like 4th or 5th pick.
Yeah, they also did not ban the Farja this time around, so they said they didn't mind it. Crazy enough, they didn't ban the YSS. My guess is because they want to pick something particular here as this first pick instead of a YSS. Maybe that's why they picked the YSS, because they didn't want to allow MIF to have the YSS. So, I mean, yeah, who knows?
They banned him this time, so they don't really want... Yeah. They don't really want him in their hands, in their dirty little paws, on the side of MIF, in the old paws that you know, they could be having. Because I see a little owl in their logo. Well, let's get back from the owl and let's get back to that Uranus is getting banned. Well, he is banned already, but Lapu Lapu still open. Both teams kind of slept on that pick, so it looks like it's a pick for noobs. I don't know, like what's going on. Lapu Lapu going through draft. I think he went through the whole draft of the game that we just had, didn't he?
Yeah, I think we just hype him up a little bit too much. I think that one guy played Lapu Lapu really well, but it's just not maybe a super prio pick. Again, we're seeing MIF definitely excel at the Phoveus in the last game. We've seen Birthright excel at the Big Dang. And the Kimmy's a little bit of a new aspect here. So we're going to have to see if MIF can definitely play the Kimmy pretty well. It could definitely be devastating to BR. Let's see what they decide to respond with here.
Let's see what is the idea that they have right now. I think if you look at Kimmy, you need a lock-in. Because she doesn't really do well against lock-ins, or someone who has more range than her, or someone who has more range. Farsa is a decent pickup, and Fredrin is a lock-in. I mean, they did both.
Yeah. Oh! The Matilda makes reigns in the first game ever so far that we've seen in the mid-season cup. Is that devastating? I think that's crazy. I mean, it's been constantly permabanned and made it through, Warren.
That's crazy. I completely missed that, but right now looking at the draft, just based on those 6 picks on 3 on both sides, I am already telling you that MF have it like half in their pocket already. Because like if Matilda is permabanned, there is something that the players know that she's super good at, and if she got through and it slipped through the picks and you went for Bedang, you will have no mid lane priority. Kimi and Matilda will destroy the mid lane prio. They will rotate the full map. They will keep their carries. Matilda will keep her carry safe. Phoebus can go super deep and just jump out through Matilda. I mean, it's rough.
Oh yeah, I mean, we'll definitely have to see. We'll have to see him. Kimi, I think we still need a jungle, and we still need a golden lane on MIF. So, and then I think we just need a golden lane and an EXP from the side of Birthright. So, great counters that I'm thinking about. I mean, only thing I can think is maybe they pop up a Terizla, maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's Esmeralda was an interesting pick, but I don't know if it was actually like a deciding factor pick, right?
Olapu and CC banned, Phoebus has free reign over XP lane, Uranus gone, Orla gone, like Voodoo want to match him up against Lucas is gone because you cut him out yourself, even though he doesn't have the best matchup, but he could be diving that backline. I don't know what are your options, honestly. Like for the side of BR, you are looking at XP laner who can do damage and engage in, like, I don't know what is there. Because Fredrin and Bedang don't have enough damage, so BR needs to have super strong gold laner who has a lot of damage, but almost any gold laner will have a lot of damage. But XP lane, I think, needs to dish out damage as well, because otherwise you are lacking in the department, I feel like.
Yeah. And I mean, they're definitely really thinking about what to pick this time around. I feel like the Bruno paired with a Matilda is actually a really good combo because you want to go in and out. But I do also think that MIF is a little squishy on their team comp, so let's see. They go Glue.
Right. I don't know. Is Glue the hero that does the damage? I don't know. Like, how much does he?
I mean,
he's quite decent. He's quite tanky, but in the damage department, how much?
I mean, he's decent. I think he's a decent counter to Phoveus, just because when he does the split, like he splits into thousands of little ones, and if Phoveus jumps on him, I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, I think. And it'd also be kind of hard to kill him, so he's pretty sustainable. He might be able to keep Phoveus at bay. I feel like those are the aspects that Birthright are looking for out of him.
And Wicked is now thinking about the last pick, of course not going for him, but going into that jungle. So looks like Macaron is the player who gets that last pick. And it's going to be Xborg with 33% win rate. So not really looking that strong, but maybe Macaron will change my opinion, as Sensei has already changed my opinion about Forza before.
Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. So interesting drafts from both sides. I feel like the biggest thing is the Xborg has that true damage and is going to mess up the Fredrin a little bit. And we'll have to see. I mean, he's definitely a decent pick from these times around. We've seen Pankrat absolutely go crazy on a Granger. So, again, all aspects are pretty good. I feel like the biggest questions we have is how well is the Matilda going to play into the team comp of MIF, and how well is the Glue going to play against a Phoveus?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I would give one more, or I would ask one more, and that's how well will the Xborg do? Because honestly, if you ask me, I don't even know what's his role. He doesn't seem that tanky. He doesn't seem like doing that much damage. Like, I don't even know what he's supposed to do. I think he's supposed to be like a bruiser-ish kind of hero who does true damage, I believe. But I don't, like, every time I saw him, he wasn't doing that much. And even in my ranked games, he doesn't, of course, I shouldn't be comparing my ranked games in Grandmaster to those players, right? But I'm just saying, I never liked Xborg. So Macaron can prove me wrong, but I don't like that guy. Not Macaron,
well, we're
but
getting into possibly the final match of the day. Birthright versus MIF in the mid-season cup here. Who can come out on top? MIF is at match point, pressing Birthright against the wall. Will they be the predator or the prey in this match is my question.
That's a correct question to be had, and so far it looks like Glue is working super well, but Matilda and Kimi are destroying this mid lane, absolutely, as Macaron makes his way into opponent's jungle to sneak away some camps and get level 4.
Most definitely. Mark kind of being pressured already as well. This Matilda is definitely showing that they're a menace in the mid lane. I think at some point, once this Kimi comes on, it's going to be devastating for Birthright. And they're being pressured pretty hard.
I mean, hard is an understatement. They are super pressured. How many waves did they push in? Like 3? I think Cannon comes, like crossbow guy comes on like 3rd wave, right? So yeah. They got pushed into base at 3rd wave. That's crazy.
Yeah, just the pressure that they're exerting is pretty high. Levi having a little bit of a trouble here. First turtle definitely going to be down. Blue definitely being pressured here by the Phoveus. The split comes out. I don't know if they're going to be able to get to the turtle, as Fredrin doesn't have too much of an ability to get in and out too much. First turtle definitely going to be falling in the hands of MIF. Annie. He might be a bird, but he might be the prey. We'll see. As MIF was on the hunt.
This is exactly what I was worried about, because just as we saw here on that first turtle, BR had no damage, they have no class. I don't think their composition has enough DPS to really do anything to MIF. Xborg can stand in front together with Orange Bobby, they just don't care.
That was a great escape there. Again, Badang, we know what Mark can do on this Badang. We have to keep an eye out on them because they know positioning, but also Log is definitely not letting them go. Feathering air, or not feathering airstrike. I actually forgot. I think we call it the Matilda Airlines is what we like to call it. Matilda. It's been a while since I've seen a Matilda first game with her on there, but she put in some pressure there, looking at some of the items.
I mean, looking at the gold, it doesn't really matter, like there's non-existent difference, shouldn't really be doing anything towards the game state. But it's kind of what this signifies, because if you look at the comps, MIF are outscaling hard. You have Matilda, who is kind of a utility mage, she's outscaling every tank, that's just how the game works. Then you have Sensei with on Kimi, probably one of the best scaling mid laners. And then you have, of course, Wicked on that crit Bruno, who is going to outscale Pancrat. So BR need to do a lot of hard work during early and the mid game phases, because if they don't, they just lose. They're on the timer. Clock is ticking. Tick tack, tick tack.
Yeah, I mean, and we're seeing proper aggression here by the Phoveus with the glue. They're setting up for the turtle take at this point, but look at the charge down. It is 4v, possibly 5. Bruno is going to be a little bit on the late receiving side to this turtle, but they might be able to just take it instead. Pressure being applied onto Levi here, though. Both teams kind of going at it here. Xborg in here. We might see a last insanity pop out. A shield coming in. Levi able to hit the retry. Secures the kill. Looks like MIF is on the retreat now, but Glue kind of being pressured here by Sensei. But 2 fall pack in Orange. This is massive. That's a huge... Again, the first blood going into the hands of BR and securing the turtle. And not only the first blood, but 2 kills. That is the step in the right direction.
I think this should have been the story of the first turtle. I have no idea how MIF was able to run away with that first turtle take. They should be the loser, like the weaker team right now. They should be needing to scale up as we approach another fight in mid lane.
Feathered airstrike does come down. Pankrat able to secure a kill onto 2. Glue gets dragged into the back line. Wicked now having to defend the front tower here. A little bit of a control trying to come in. Mid tower falling early. Again, that's what a Farja does for you, right?
Right now, not looking very well for MIF, but so far we need to keep in mind that it's only 1,000 gold difference and MIF are scaling up. Every minute is a blessing for them and every minute they are stronger. If BR are winning right now in 3 minutes, it can be completely different.
That was a good macro play right there. Huge. I mean, all we got to see at this point is, I think about the 8-minute mark, we're going to probably be seeing both teams come online. MIF's not out of this shit just yet. A 1k gold lead is not detrimental, but I do like the patience that Birthright is showing here.
I don't know if I like that patience. I think they really need to start doing stuff. I think they need to secure this turtle for sure, and they should make their way on that bot side tower so they can get rid of all the tier 1 towers of their opponents as we approach another fight around mid.
Yeah, the damage is just coming out. I think if they can find a secured kill on the Pankrat, it could be huge. So we'll have to see how things run down here as they're looking to try to take some towers. Birthright's looking like how MIF was doing them last time. So interesting to see. Not able to take the tower.
Yeah, right now you are missing only 1 tower, whereas for the side of your opponents you will be probably losing them the third right now. Your mid lane still stands strong as you make your way into mid lane, and it looks like you might want to try to steal over their camps. That should be your next move. Try to steal over their jungle.
They're trying to take this top tower with as much as tenacity as they possibly can, but not able to. Again, just great defense by Birthright, but I kind of do see what you said earlier, and I don't know if they're being aggressive enough.
I mean, with every passing minute, of course, Granger is still scaling, but if we look at full builds, and Wicked will be full build, and next to him Pankrat, Bruno is the one that's doing more damage, that's doing more work done in those late game fights. Of course, you have that unlimited scaling on Granger, so theoretically speaking, if he gets a long enough game and gets enough stacks, he can be the best carry, but in more typical sense, Wicked should be outscaling him.
Definitely. I mean, every time MIF is trying to get I would say an assault onto BR, but they can't. Oh, we got thrown back to the caster desk. Hello guys, how you guys doing? You know, not sure what happened inside of the game.
I am happy I wasn't in the shower right now or something like that. You know, maybe changing my pants.
Casting from the shower. Crazy. All right, back to the game though. 2.2k lead. Lord is up. I feel like this is gonna make it and break it for the team of MIF. They definitely are on the back foot, and you can see that mid lane control. Feathered airstrike comes out, a flicker comes out onto Wicked. A lot of pressure being applied. Phobius coming into the back, full line of the enemy team. The stream lags at such a key position.
I mean, you have to. You have to
sure
think
Phobius
what happens. You have to think what happens.
He's not dead. He lived. Phobius is alive, and he now falls. But looking like Glue is diving deep into the back line of Xborg, able to get a kill. But Wicked falls. That is not what you want to see here. You do see the retry was utilized by Fredrin though, so I don't think they're gonna go for the Lord this time around just because of the retry. But my dude, the damage that this Farja is extending is just absolutely insane, causing Xborg to waste his shield and not have it anymore. I think they're gonna go for Lord now.
I mean,
this is
how the game is evolving and how the game is being played out just makes me double down on my hate on Xborg. Like, I feel like he is not doing anything, and if there was any other jungle hero pick, he would be able to play out these fights that we just saw. Like, it's just 3,000 gold difference. And I don't know, like, maybe I am number one Xborg hater, but Macaron didn't really prove me otherwise yet.
Hey, Macaron, we'll have to see if he's able to turn the tides around. I mean, what, he's level 13 versus 13, so they're about on equivalent playing fields. I feel like the biggest difference is that the Farja is able to pierce and do so much damage to some like key people on the side of MIF. As the Lord is now barreling down, this does give the team a little bit more experience and gold because of all the minions that they're going to be killing. But we'll see if they're able to siege something else. I think they're going to leave that top tower, maybe defend their mid. Seems like they're trying to force them to split their forces between the two Lords, definitely taking their time. Looks like Levi coming in, but a lot of pressure by Macaron here. The Lord does fall into the top side. I mean, this is showing great tenacity by MIF. Still BR trying to assault, but just can't find the footing that they want to place this assault here.
I mean, we would need to see items, but I believe Kimi should be at around 3, maybe 4, acquiring her 4
Feathered airstrike coming out. A little bit of a fist crack wall coming in, but they're knee deep into MIF's tower. Levi pretty low. Do we see the assault keep going here? Wicked wants smoke. He comes in, but the feathered air or the feather attack is able to secure glue deep into the enemy's back line. Is it going to be enough? He's probably going to fall. The Matilda Airlines coming in. This is devastating. Wicked able to secure the kill there. Pankrat though able to answer again. Last Insanity comes out, but not much comes from it. I think that was a little bit of a win on MIF. Great defense, great Lord take. Still keeping the gold about the same.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think the gold difference didn't even move by this fight. I don't know if they pick up a shutdown on one side or what happened exactly. Or if they took so much jungle camps that it didn't matter. But I think that before the fight it was 3,000 and now it's still 3,000. But of course, you get gold on Wicked. Matilda Airlines saved him.
Yep, Feathered Airstrike comes out with Pankrat able to secure a kill onto Wicked. This is massive for BR. They are now showing the assault. Immortality still onto Macron, but it does pop. Last Insanity is still there. We're looking like Orange in the middle of everything. He forced his sacrifice to save his jungle again. I think they might try a full-on assault. They're not even going to go for Lord. They're looking to end it here. Feather Airstrike comes out, Last Insanity to try to keep them alive. Minions. It's like they're not actually going to end it. Jesus, that's a lot of minions right there.
There's a lot of gold for Wicked. Oh, but Pankrat has run away with his money. Look at the gold difference. It's 2,500. Basically, the gold lead that was there the whole game was just on Pankrat. So that's the issue. That's why these fights look so rough. Because Bruno is so far off his last item. I think he will just right now start building it. But Pankrat is sitting on his full set.
They just gotta always get out when that feathered airstrike hits. To be honest, you gotta give it up to Danny at this point. Those feathered airstrikes have been controlling the tide of the battle, and Birthright just not able to get a foothold into anything here. Even at trying to contest the Lord, they're not able to do it. The fist crack walls come up, and it looks like Orange is gonna fall once again. The Phobius not showing the tenacity that we've seen in the last game. This is another siege MIF has to defend against. And again, they're still on the back foot. Levi trying to stay alive here. Feathered Airstrike once again coming out. Macaron there. Ooh, Wicked able to escape, but Macaron very far into the enemy's back zone. That was a good escape.
Matilda Airlines, once again, my man.
Matilda Airlines saving you. Can they defend it here? The fists come out. The fists of fury. Again, I think the forces of BR are just split so thin that they just weren't able to capitalize on too much. Everything utilized.
I mean, it's so crazy that you are able to hold this game for so long, even when your opponents have a lead upon you. I mean, it's not a big lead, but it wasn't a big lead the whole game, but still, you have 2 turtles, 7 towers compared to 2 towers on the opposing side, and next lord spawning in 100 seconds. So you could come up with something, but the clock is ticking. Sensei will be hitting his full item soon, and same will be for Wicked.
100%. Kind of looking at another. They're trying to get a pick here, right? I like the tenacity and the grit that BR are bringing. But again, I think immortalities are going to be a big thing that are going to be packing now. Mark has definitely been securing some insane controls and picks. He also has not died once, which the same thing goes for Danny and Pankrat. So I think it comes down to that those three are absolutely controlling the game, and their coordination is just monstrous at this point.
I mean, I just noticed Danny has 0 kills, like he's pure utility Forza, like he's just there for his homies, for his teammates. He's holding out his hand. But as we see, Bruno is probably looking in that last item. I think that's just a glitch happening. I think we just don't have the right image, but we don't see the cross anymore. I think this should be the last item, either being built or already finished. I cannot do the math fast enough. I'm not sure if he should be having first full. Yeah, Gold Rose Meteor, and that's it. That's full build on Bruno. And if you wanted to come back, now is the time.
Yeah, I mean, again, from both sides, we're not seeing MIF being able to secure kills, which I think is our biggest problem here. And I at some point, Kimmy should be online, right? Level 15's probably had all her items, and they just got to find a kill here. And I think the biggest thing is that Matilda Airlines hasn't been able to collapse on someone of key targets, but they might go after Mark here. They're looking for it. They're pressing it in. Levi might be the target now. Feathered Airstrike does come out. A lot of pressure being applied to him. MIF very low. Levi so low as well. The greed might be there. 1 HP. Pankrat able to secure a kill though. Sensei able to take out Mark though. This is huge. This is big damage. Big Danny falls. This is massive. Pankrat might fall as well. The chopping block is falling down. Do we see them finalize this and take out the glue as well? I feel like this is the point at which they need to take the Lord. They do not have retry.
Look at lifesteal of Wicked. Look at his lifesteal. 2 times in this fight he was almost dead, and 2 times he came back with his health bar to full. Wicked carrying those fights. He is online, he is ready to rumble, and he is ready to bring his team to the victory of this BO3.
And again, I mean, this is just, it's showing that, I mean, I don't think this Lord can be a massive decision maker yet.
He's online. He sold his shoes. He sold his shoes. Yeah, he did. He did. He sold his shoes.
Well, you see, he bought Athena, so he's trying to build his ability to survive against Danny. I'm actually surprised. I don't know if he had immortality. Maybe he has immortality and he has Athena. If he has both of those, that could be massive. He doesn't have immortality. Feathered Airstrike is wasted before the Lord comes down. Will Danny have that again to stop this siege?
He should have it pretty soon. I think it should be like 10 seconds and it's online. Cooldown's pretty low at this point of the game.
Yep. Kind of seeing the Lord barreling down. At this point, they're just going to utilize this time.
It's back.
To put
doesn't really matter.
Take towers. Yeah, I mean, they're holding their ground. They're trying to decide on something here. Pankrat trying to get a little bit of a play here. The lanes are pretty much even. This is really good for MIF. Are they going to be able to secure this Lord siege? Does look like it falls. The Feathered Airstrike does come down. All towers are kind of being seized at this point. There are no passives. We're 19 minutes into this game. Could be anybody's. 1 tower is sieged. The game is now equal. But it is almost a 5K gold lead by MIF at this point.
I mean, Granger is getting outscaled. That's what I was speaking about basically through this whole game. Granger will get outscaled. Kimi will outscale Farsa. And right now they are online. I'm just waiting for Kimi to sell her shoes and go full psycho mode, full build, full send it, maximum damage.
I mean, you can see Granger's already sold his boots as well. So this is a battle of attrition. Which team is going to make the biggest mistake first?
That's perfect question to be had. 20 seconds for Lord. That could mark the end for either of those teams. Both bases are open and free for taking. Of course, if MIF are able to close this one out, they will be taking the victory of this BO3. If BR are able to come out on top, it's still playtime. We will be going into last game.
Definitely, and we're kind of looking at a little bit of a pressure here. Kimi all alone. Mark kind of up there as well. Looks like Axborg is in mid. He's trying to keep his shield so that they have control over this Lord. This Lord is definitely going to either be a bait or not. That's the real question. Wicked, who are they going to call it? Yeah, Wicked kind of low. He's mounted now. Lord is low. Last Insanity is popped out. Gone. Levi is there. Danny able to kill on Wicked. Oh no! What a crazy. You're crazy. Oh, I think everybody's kind of low. Archon's low. Retri is still available. Are they going to be able to get it? Levi able to get the Lord. Looks like 2 fall, 3 fall. I think this is it.
You're done.
Birthright is going to end the game. 50-second markers on everybody is very detrimental.
Wait. 30
everybody's alive.
30 seconds on Wicked. Can he make it in time? That's the question. Like, can Kimi defend?
I think it's like a 10-second window that it is. Nah, it's GG's. Oh, maybe if she could backdoor, that would be funny, but not enough time. GG's, Birthright able to secure game 2. We are going all the way, ladies and gentlemen. It is now 1-1. It is anybody's game at this point. This is the last match of the night. It is now match point for both sides. 1-1. Who is going to win, right? I think the biggest difference that we're seeing in this draft phase is that MIF is now first pick and Birthright is second pick. MIF secured both first picks before, so now having Birthright in a second pick, I feel like that, again, could be something that is trying to set them up for greatness. MIF said, forget this. We are not seeing a Farja whatsoever again. And even to see that Matilda was like almost permanent banned throughout this whole tournament, even though it came into play into one game, it just wasn't as big of a factor as we suspected it would have been.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot from Matilda. I kind of hyped myself up. I think I even hyped a lot of the viewers up so much. Well, I don't know. I'm not really looking into chat right now, but I'm expecting that's something that probably happened. And well, Birthright had the answer. It was 3 tanks in front, and I was saying they will not have enough damage. It didn't matter, they had enough damage, because Granger was just pum, shooting everyone and doing work for like 4 members of the team, damage-wise.
Yeah, 100%. And kind of looking at some of the bans coming out right now, Badang being banned on the chopping block, Boxia, Farja, Wan, Uranus, I mean, all typical bans. Last ban maybe of Phobius. No, they banned the use Jin. I can't even say her name. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be crazy. We'll have to see what they bring out here as their first pick. Huge picks the Kimi. Okay, also, we didn't see it do very well last game. Is it going to do better this one?
I mean, it wasn't an issue that, like, oh, let me rephrase that. Like, I don't think it was that she didn't do well. I think she did very well together with Matilda. They always had mid lane prio, and I think that was very big reason why we were asking, or I was asking first, and then you were asking together with me, like why are they not pressuring more? Why they are not doing more work? Why they are not extending their lead? And I think big reason in that was Kimi and Matilda always pressuring mid lane, so there was never mid lane prio, and if you wanted that mid lane prio, you need to go in 5 members on mid lane, and then the rest of the team can split up and do some stuff on the other sides of the map. So now, when you lock in Kimi, you always will have this priority. I think you will not get outpushed even by Zetian. I don't think anyone else, and even Zetian, will not be able to outpush you. And now you can pair it up with someone else, not Matilda, or maybe they double down and they go Matilda again. Maybe they feel like she wasn't the issue.
Matilda, I don't know. I mean, Matilda can definitely be a major aspect of things, but I think it just comes down to like your team picks, right? I like this Lance a lot. We've seen this go crazy in the first one, so I think they're just rolling it back up, Warren. And they get the Lapus, so crazy. I mean, this is, again, respect for those picks. I think they're now falling into the comfort picks here. What's BR's response?
Yeah, what's BR's response? I mean, you can go for a jungle counter pick, because right now it's open, right before the bans, or you can wait with your jungle pick later and do the same thing that MIF did for Macaron, and you can this time do it for your own jungler. But I don't know, like, do you want to do that? Do you want to do that? No, you don't. You just go Bruno, because you feel like he's the stronger carry. And I must disagree, because I think Wicked will prove them wrong. I think Wicked will lock in Granger and be like, all right, you gave him. Thanks a lot.
All right, well, it kind of seems like you're in favor of MIF. I'll be the opposite, and I'll be in favor of Birthright here. We'll see. I think Bruno is definitely going to be a contender into this. I mean, Kimi definitely can be a problem. Lance can be a big problem. But again, I mean, you can have a wind of nature, you know, to stop Lance a lot. But you can also have to understand what MIF is going to be as a counter. BR banning the Granger is huge.
Yeah, now I like it. Now I like it. You kind of cut them in their tracks, because they don't have Granger that would be available to counter Bruno in the early phases where Bruno is not really that strong. So now you need to lock in a carry that cannot be 1-1, that cannot be Bruno, that cannot be Granger. And what else of the strong carries do you have? Like, will they go for Harit and have double AP carries? Because we saw Harit in the past being picked up as an answer to Bruno, or as a pickup when Granger isn't available. So I'm thinking Harit, but maybe too much magic damage. We will see. Moscow is being banned out, so they feel like Moscow could be that answer. Of course, Moscow would be outscaling Bruno just by the basis of his build. That's right now meta. I see you smiling about something.
We got a little co-caster popping on the stream here. Being a little weird old cat. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I think that they definitely banned out quite a bit of marksmen, so I think they're definitely trying to stop Wicked at this point, right? This is like a huge thing that they don't want to see, which is just Wicked controlling the field. Yo,
Kalia, 75% win rate. Wait a second, she's making a comeback. Hey. She was my most favorite hero. Like, I was always yapping about, oh, Kalia pick, Kalia ban, Kalia pick. Like, she's open, go for her. She's super strong, XP or roam, flexible, super good, better on roam, of course. We will be seeing her on roam right now. But yeah, I was yapping on and on about Kalia, and finally I'm getting her right here in the last BO3 of today, in the last game. And man, I'm hoping she delivers, because what she delivers, what she brings to the table is that constant pressure, that constant roam capabilities. And after she gets that level 4, that ultimate unlocks, she's able to kidnap anyone, anywhere, and especially with Flicker available.
Ooh, Selena though. Wait a second.
It's Kimmy gold lane. They played with their minds. MIF played with their minds.
They swapped it. Kimmy gold lane. Interesting. I mean, the Selena is definitely going to have to be on point when it comes to objectives and stuff like that. Pankrat, I got to kind of see, like, what are we going for jungle here? I feel like this is the last pick for BR. Do they opt to go back to the Fredrin? Like, I mean, it seemed pretty well, but I don't know how well it's going to do against a Lancelot, so I don't know. Maybe they pick something crazy. End it with a bang.
Ooh. Hayabusa. Oh my god. You have Selena, you have Lancelot, you have Kimi. There are 3 heroes that you can one-shot. If I liked Hayabusa somewhere, it's definitely in this draft. I like it from the side of BR. And ooh, their composition is so fast. Like, you pull the trigger and everyone hops in and your team disappears. It's going to be super quick fights, whereas for the side of MIF you kind of have these quick fights as well for Lancelot, Lapu, Hilda and Selena. But Kimi wants extended fights. She doesn't want the fights to end super quickly, so I don't know how you will navigate those team fights with this discourse happening on the side of MIF.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, the Hayabusa is definitely going to be a good pick. It's going to definitely cut down that Kimmy, probably even cut down the Selena. But I guess you're also got to remember that Hayabusa requires his blue, right? So it's going to be big impacts. It's going to come down to if BR can stop MIF from invading in their jungle. They have a Hilda, so the biggest thing that I'm seeing from MIF is that they don't have too much late game security. Like, they're looking to end this quick versus BR. I feel like is almost the same thing, but Bruno is definitely going to secure the late game.
Yeah, well, the question that I will throw out is, will Kimi outscale Bruno? Like, how is that matchup specifically? Of course, Bruno scales of crit and attack speed, so those are two of the most scaling stats in the whole game, so he should be the stronger. But I don't know how it will work in those fights specifically. I cannot really say, because like, Kimi doesn't really do that much early game, doesn't really do that much mid game, and starts to do a lot in the late game. So does she outscale Bruno? That's probably left to be seen, and that's probably left to the players how they will approach it. I'm happy there's no X-Borg, and I am already liking Macaron's choice of Lancelot.
100%. We've seen him excel on Lancelot last time, so I think it's going to come down to the Khalid, how that plays into the roam. It is a devastating tank. I'm not quite sure if it definitely got punished in the nerf, but coming into the final match of the day, Birthright versus MIF. This is a rivalry in the working. Monsters on each team, and I mean, they're ready. They're wanting. Both have been predator and prey. Who is gonna come victorious here?
Yeah, I don't understand already why Danny and Morg just gave up this priority, because now Levi will be under a barrage of fire, under a lot of damage, not really, because Mark ate it up all like a morning sushi, and he didn't really even smirk.
Yeah, I think they're really just trying to keep the lanes towards his tower. Mark, kind of a little bit of pressure here. Ooh, Khalid able to get the suppression and the stop on it. And he gets a first blood on Pack. That is crazy. Pog does fall down. Yo. First blood already.
And the kill goes to Levi. That's the worst guy you want your kills on if you are MIF. I mean, right now, Wicked is looking over there on the scoreboard, refreshing it, and he's like, guys, this wasn't what we talked about in the draft.
Oh, the damage. The lead still seems to be a viable hero in this game, and we can already see the shadows came out, but not a shadow strike.
Oh,
Mark able to get a little bit of a set here, but final strike does come out. Bravest Warrior coming down as well. I seen a flicker come down. Levi falls. Hog able to secure a double kill, and they want more. They want more. They're going to secure a kill onto Phobius as well. Yo.
Yeah,
the tide is flipped.
Yeah, but something super important is to pinpoint that 2 of those 3 kills are on Pagu, and it's 2 kills on Hilda. Like, do you even care? It doesn't really do a lot to you.
Yeah, I mean, right now in the early stage, it might be something that they want. Because, I mean, they might be able to apply more pressure onto Levi. You can already see that if Hog is able to secure a little bit of pressure on there, he can be an absolute menace. I feel like the biggest thing that we need to watch out for Birthright is that the Khalid needs to be able to get in there and secure a kill with his teammates, which I know they have the ability to do that. Wicked, though, has a little bit of a stun of Rooskies here on the Mark.
Yeah, but he's eating those rolls like it's everyday job. He doesn't mind.
A little bit of a set there onto Hog. I think that is kind of what they wanted. Shadow Strike did not come out, though. Retry does connect. Mark is now on the end of a receiving of a butt kick, maybe, but Macaron now Pankrat! Yo! The chop and block has changed multiple times. Ooh.
Pankrat must be super happy about his spell choice, because if he had no Purify, ooh, he would be dead.
Yeah, but they just gave up a lot of gold and even a whole turret at 3, almost 4 minutes in. That's going to be rough for Pankrat.
I mean, I would love to see the gold, like how is it dispersed between each member of the team? Because right now it's 2000, but who is it on really? Like, is it on Pagu or is it on someone that's one of your carries?
Yeah, I mean, right now, the gold definitely, I would say, is leaning a little bit on Wicked. I think they're about equal level. But I think really, to be honest, like I was saying in the very beginning, is that MIF has a very early scaling team, and they need to keep the pressure up. If they don't, then they're not going to win the late game, because the Bruno will eventually come online and be an absolute menace.
That's definitely something to look out for. Pankrat finishing, I believe, his first item just now. So still a pretty long way ahead of him. But now as Mark tries to go for Wicked.
Oh my god, he's able to get someone into the tower though, but is it going to be enough? We see Phobius coming in, hits the flicker, able to get the kill on this inside the creator, but I think he might sacrifice it with his life as Bravest Warrior comes out and secures the kill on the Pankrat. Absolute monster. Danny hitting him with the emote. Danny actually might be next on the chopping block, but able to walk away. This is looking like MIF's game. A lot of progression on to Mark, securing main kills when they want. Again, they need to keep this snowball up and keep going quick. They want to end this game fast.
Oh, this doesn't look very well for the side of BR. 4,000 gold difference, and MIF have this already when BR was able to achieve that by 12-minute mark.
And I mean, looking at a little bit of a contest here. Orange still showing the tenacity and the grit here. Ooh, Macaron able to secure a kill on the Pankrat. Not able to keep alive. He's died a lot more times than he died in the last match. Mark kinda on the other end of a thing here. Does get the set onto Phobius. Or no, onto Hog. But it's not enough, as Orange is now going to be able to take mid turret as well. Next, Turtle is up.
I mean, you have so much ahead of you. If you are Pancrat, if you are Danny, to come online. Like, of course, Danny is a little bit online right now as well. But Pancrat so far in front, like such a big trip ahead of him. It's basically like, I don't know, going to Italy from Czech Republic by foot right now. It's going to take so much time, and I don't know if you have that time.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it's Turtle. Patience is up now. Does look like BR isn't being super aggressive. They're trying to force passive gains here. Kind of looking at some of the gold though.
Yeah, and we see Kimi so far ahead, like Wicked. I don't know how he does that, but he is 2,000 up on Pancrat and he has only 1 kill. How did he do that? You tell me. Did he take out a loan? Where did he get the money from?
A little bit of a set here. Orange having to use Bravest Fighter to get out of it. I think it just kind of came down to all of the gold that they were able to secure under the first turret. The Shadow Strikes do come out onto Sensei the Creator, but not enough to be able to get a kill just yet. We'll have to see. It goes down 60 seconds to the next Lord. BR not wanting to be counted out yet. Kind of putting on a little bit of damage, you know, keeping alive, keeping them at passive. They understand the assignment. Keep them going, Levi. Oh my God. Looks like Macaron is going into the thick of it, able to... Oh my God, but Orange coming into the back line, able to secure a kill, able to secure a double kill on the Pancrat. It does look like a team wipe might happen. We got a double kill. MIF hitting the TPs onto BR. What a massive 4-man wipe out there for MIF. They are on a roll. Can BR stop this?
I mean, does BR have... Oh, wait, no, BR took the second game, so it was... No, MIF was in their shoes, yes, they exactly had Bruno, they were trying to scale up, but the thing was that BR were ahead only by like 3,000 for most of the game. So it didn't really do that much, but 9,000, I mean, I don't want to be in MIF camp, but I might be a little bit biased, but I'm saying, it's not looking very great for BR.
Yeah, I mean, MIF is definitely on top. Everybody's got about almost a 2,000 gold lead, besides Hilda, which is the tank, which is perfectly fine. But again, it just goes to show they have to stop this siege somehow. And if I had to say, MIF is really good at laning, so I keep an eye on that. We do see the Kimi at the bottom lane, but all minions are now going to be barreling down onto Birthright's base. They have to split their forces to hopefully keep some inhibitors, but maybe if not, none at all. I do see that the passive had to be procced into the mid. The Lord almost dead. Ultimate does come out by Yuzan, and a little bit of an ultimate is by Khalid as well. Is able to secure the shutdown on a Wicket. Will they be able to mount up the greatest defense? Pancrat really low. It does look like Orange comes into the background, able to secure the kill, and it looks like Macaron wants even more. Phobius, though, clapping down onto Lancelot. Yeah, they were able to get a kill onto Pancrat, but big... Levi, though, kind of low as well. They are still going for it. Orange still wanting to put even more pressure onto him, as well as Hag able to secure a kill there. The Phobius does fall. That was a 2 for none. I mean, MIF still looking to maybe get something here. I don't know if they will, though. Again, we don't want this game to go longer than it needs to. If MIF wants to secure the win, Levi! Yo.
Sensei is on top of his game.
Just won't let up.
Sensei is on top of his game as Macaron level 15, only level 15 on the map. If we compare it to the lowest level on the opposing team, it's level 9 to 15. What do you want to do? You try to run for Wicket and Orange Bomb, but they are gone. 40 seconds for the next Lord, and it should mark the end of this game. I don't see it very well for BR. They need to pull something crazy, and Mark will have his flicker to do that.
Yeah. Kind of looking at some of the items here, Warren. See anything sticking out?
On Levi,
I don't think I see too much.
like, am I seeing something to stick out on Levi? You asking me?
Just on anybody.
Wait, I don't know.
I see two roam boots picked up by both sides, which means that I feel like they're possibly trying to be all online. There we go. We got visions out by Danny.
Right,
The Lord is definitely still gonna go to
right,
him.
Aiko, you got me in the corner. cut the crap. What is wrong? Like, what is wrong with the builds?
There's nothing really going on that I can see that's probably weird. I mean, the double roam so early I think is probably perfect at this point, but again, it's still a 10k gold lead. I mean, we just seen BR mounts up a really good defense, but they did have all of the passives on their towers, so I think it's just going to come down to, can they defend this once again? If they're able to get a pick, maybe. I mean, I think that's going to come down to Mark.
Mark is the crucial player, but the thing is, Wicked has Purify. You need to get rid of his Purify, but with Wu, Cristiano, I don't know, does he have CC? Like, I think he has, but can he land it on Wicked when he's sitting so far back? Other than that, you have no CC. What do you want to do? If Wicked has his both hands on the phone, he will use Purify on Mark.
Ooh.
Oh, stun!
A bit of a set there by Wicked. The Shadow Strike comes out, able to secure the kill on the Wicked. Huge plays here for the side of BR. Are they going to be able to get another pick, though? That is the biggest question here. Their damage dealer is gone. A little bit of a set by Mark. That is what I was saying. Orange in the thick of it. I don't think the bravest warrior is going to be brave enough to get you out of that. Again, this is the 14-minute mark. They are starting to fall off. MIF not able to complete 2 massive free Lord sieges, and we're seeing BR kind of coming online at this point.
Levi is absolutely frying. Like, this kill put them back into the game, and it doesn't matter, it's 7k difference. Now they are back, and now it's playable for the first time in this match.
Definitely, and you can kind of see maybe a little bit of a collapse down. Wicked is definitely here. Maybe a little bit of an overextension. Pog does extend a little bit too far. Mark does able to get a set onto Macaron. That is smelling trouble for the side of MIF. Again, a good pick early, but not, I mean, they're still going to be alive for the next Lord. And we did just see Macaron pick up the Immortality, so he's trying to prepare or I want to say greatness. Well, we'll have to see.
I mean, Mark still has his Flicker, but Wicked will have his Purify coming online right now. So that's something to keep on keep on lookout for. But before we saw him getting stand up, I think it was from Bruno. I think he connected something on him, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, kind of looking at what's going down here. The Lethal Wonder got taken. Lord in 7 seconds. Someone's gonna have to clear that bottom tower, which is, I think, at the point that they're gonna go for the Lord. But if they don't have to go for bottom. They have the towers cracked. Bottom of pressure itself. So Shadow Strike does come out a little bit early. I don't know if they wanted to do that so soon. Bravest Warrior does come out as well, able to get a CC and stun on him. Mark is in the back line. Pancrat falls. This is not good for BR. It doesn't look like MIF is going to give up. Bravest Warrior comes down. They're looking to end it at this point. Mark's able to hit a set right there. He's super low. Doesn't end it. Levi looking to return back. And oh my god, the final strike comes out. Able to secure the kill. That is 3 down. They are just looking for minions at this point. Is Mark and is Danny going to be able to keep something at bay? They stop Mark from being able to go into the back line to be able to stop the wave from coming in. Mark being pressured super hard, and then Danny falls as well. MIF looking in. They're locking down another tower. This is the last match of the day. BO falls to MIF. Woo. Darn, I was about to
so
say, Warren,
crazy,
are
I
you on your
went
dark
dark.
age over there?
It was so crazy. My electricity gone away. I went dark. I went dark.